listen. Welcome to Look Listen with Geese and Guyera. I'm Geese.
My name's Michael and Guyera, but I breathed in too hard.
Are you okay?
My ribs are donezo. Don't breathe in too hard or your ribs are going to lose it.
Michael / Guyera, do you know what today is?
Is it somebody's birthday?
I mean, statistically, yes.
Yes.
But
somebody we know?
I don't know, maybe.
Could be.
Who's to say? Today is the first day of school. So, yeah, I need to figure out what classes I need to drop, and I need to pay my tuition.
Happy birthday to all the Fortnite gamers. It's school day. First day of school.
Every first day of school, my mom takes a photo of me.
Oh, this is a podcast about we watch Pokemon, by the way. Pokemon show.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
But,
yes.
Enough of that. Back to your mother.
So, yeah, every first day of class, my mom takes a photo of me, and she has done this.
In your 20s?
Yep.
Oh, sick?
She took so I started my master's program 2 years ago, and it was because of like the height of COVID starting. So it was remote. So I was living at home with my parents. And my first day of classes, which were, remote, my mom came into my room and demanded I take a photo of myself in bed with my laptop getting ready for classes. Yeah. So she wants me to send her a photo, which I guess I will to appease her.
Of course.
But
school always started late August for me, but in movies and TV, it seemed like school always started in September, which I could not relate to.
Yeah, it depends on the school and like the state. I had a lot of friends who went to University of Maryland. I think they all started in September, but not me.
But then they'd also wouldn't get out till June, where I got out in May.
I like your shirt.
Do you know what this is from?
No.
So you're familiar with the video game Katamari Damacy, right?
Yes.
So this is Nobi Boy. This is his game, Keita Takahashi's game he created after Katamari. And it was very unique at the time because people worked all over the world to try to eat a bunch of stuff to make Boy, that's his name, Boy, longer and longer to go into space and, go to the moon and go to Mars and go all around the solar system. Initially, you would have needed to put in so many thousands and thousands and millions of hours or whatever, the combined effort from everybody ever playing that game. There came a point where it was clear that they're never actually going to reach the end goal, so they had to do like quadruple XP bonus time kind of thing where eating one thing counted as eating 10 times things. And I think eventually they made it. I don't think those servers are up now because it's a PS3 game, but it was a wonderful time to be alive. I've got video of my little cousin playing it when he's a little kid. Very cute.
Very cute. All right. Well, let's just get started, shall we, gamers?
Oh, speaking of clambos, bad news, Geese.
Remember
I was going on about I bought this stupid thing for your hands?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Does it not work?
Well, I haven't tried it yet, Geese, and I probably won't, maybe one day. But here's the thing. The way they advertise it on their little Instagram little page where they tell you what it does, it just sounds like, oh, you got clambos? Use this. Perfect. Okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking, great. Maybe I'm going to be in a situation where somebody may want to shake my hand. Okay, so what am I going to do, Geese? I'm going to put on the stuff and we're going to have a good day. No, this stuff says, because they're trying to get more money, it says, oh, actually, you need to use this cream every single day, no matter what. And it takes like 6 weeks to even start working. And you have to use it every morning, every night. Geese, that's not advertised anywhere on the website at all when you buy it. So no thanks. No thanks, Carpe.
You're not even going to try it?
No, I'll try it if I'm in a situation where that might come up. Like if I'm going to meet somebody new.
Well, you already bought it. You might as well use it the prescribed way.
But I'm not going to, I don't want to keep buying, I don't want to keep paying
every
single
week
the
for more hand
cream. It'll be fine, Geese. It'll be fine because their return policy at least is good. They just give me the money back and I get to keep it. So it's fine. But Geese, I did not sign up for a lifestyle change.
Okay, well, just how hard is it to put cream on your hands twice a day?
and pay for it for the rest of my life? Pretty
I'm
tough.
not telling you to pay for it. Just use the tube you
You want me
have.
to steal?
Mm,
Carpe diem.
no. You already have the tube. You're gonna keep it anyway. Just
But what
use
I'm
it.
saying, what I'm saying is I will okay. Let me give you a for instance, for example. I've got this deodorant, right? And it's supposed to be really good, clinical strength. Now, on the box, it clearly says, "Oh, you need to put this on the night before." Do I do that, Geese? No. I do it like normal deodorant before you're going to go outside. So, will there be a day I think somebody's going to want to shake a hand? Yes. On that day, will I try the Carpe Diem? Yes. But I only have so much, Geese. I'm not going to waste it all on today and tomorrow and the next day.
You mean on the how it's supposed to be used?
Yes. That they didn't tell me.
Okay, Guyera. Okay.
Okay. Are you going to introduce watching, playing, eating, listening?
I
Shenanigans.
was just about to. Yes. Okay, Guyera, what have you been eating?
What have I been eating? Wonderful question, Geese. Thank you for the question, Geese.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore, friend of the show. I don't think he listens, but he's still a friend of the show. Would be proud of me. I had the delicious sushi, but I wanted to end it all afterwards, Geese, after seeing how much money it is, because it's so much money. And guess what the worst thing is, Geese? I bet you can guess what the worst thing is.
What?
Oh, you're not going to guess. Sick. The
I don't
worst thing,
know.
Geese, the worst thing is after you eat it all, you're still hungry. You just dropped
Really?
$40 and you're still hungry.
Sushi is really filling for me.
What sushi are you eating? Oh, you're probably eating American, like, sushi rolls, right? Goofball,
Yeah, what
giant.
are you eating?
Oh, Geese, I'm eating little nigiri, tiny little 3 grains of rice and a slice of damn bluefin toro, tuna, whatever.
Yeah. I
I'd have to
usually
eat
just get
40 of those.
like a standard avocado roll or
Blech,
a spicy tuna roll.
blech,
You don't like that?
blech. No, I just eat the rice with a slice of fish on it. The authentic Japanese. But well, there's some side stuff I adore, like inari, which is rice in this pocket of tofu. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I love that thing. And then they've got a Hokkaido milk tart. That's delicious.
I do love a Hokkaido milk tart.
And I always get a beef oju, which is like gyudon, which is rice and thin sliced beef and onions, and that's super delicious.
Yum, yum, yum.
Very good. And Geese, the grilled cheese burrito is back at Taco Bell, and I've already had like 5 of them, and they're so good.
What makes them different from like a regular like cheese burrito?
I don't know, Geese. Something about the cheese on the outside, it's so glistening and soft, and the texture so wonderful and cheesy. Oh, God, it's so good. I don't know. I had it like multiple times in a day, Geese. Like on the way to work and on the way back from work, just get more grilled cheese burritos.
So is it just filled with cheese and that's it, or what's in it?
No, it's got, well, you can kind of customize it, but it's got ground beef, sour cream, rice, I believe. You'd really think I would know all the ingredients on account of how many I ate. Eating.
Well, while
I'm
you look it
looking.
up, I'll talk about something I've eaten. So, speaking of casual Mexican fast food restaurants,
No, I thought you were gonna say.
what Anyway, I had Qdoba the other day. Thank you, Lanky, for buying me Qdoba.
Shouts out to Lanky. And also, real quick, because I forgot to mention it, I also had a chicken falafel pita sandwich, and it was delicious with hummus, and french fries inside, and some baklava cheesecake. Very good.
Nice. So yeah, I just got a chicken bowl. I feel like, I don't know, they just didn't put enough. When you do online ordering, they just never put enough of the ingredients.
Geese, how come
You know,
twice today you've started talking and it sounded like you were about to go into a British accent?
oh, that's something I do. I don't know why.
Shouts out to all the European
Sorry.
clambos. There's like one of you. I don't know who it is, but I can see
Thank
the.
you,
I can
Euro
see the.
Clambos.
Yeah, Euro clambos from London.
Euro Clambos.
Euro clambos. Alright. Because we can see the. Why can't I think of the word? I want to keep saying diametrics or dianetics. Diagnostics. What is the word that means where it gives you the
Statistics?
data? No, it starts with a D. I'm almost certain it starts with a D.
Diagrams?
It's not diagrams, geese. Demographics. I could look at the demographics and see that there's at least one Euro clambo.
Where are they?
Who are you?
Where in Europe are they?
I think it's UK.
I bet I know who it is.
Who? Oh, somebody you know?
Well, from the internet. I won't say them. But if it is you, you wouldn't know because I'm not saying your name, but thank you.
You don't know what we cut out.
Anyway, Qdoba, it was fine. It's just like online ordering. They never put enough ingredients because, like, when you're in there in person, you have to look that person in the eye who's making your bowl. Guyera, give me time.
What are you talking about? I'm telling the man to put in more food.
That you're doing the hurry up and talk. How would I know that's
no,
the
not hurry up and talk.
employee putting food in my bowl?
No, that's not enough black beans, and I'm telling him, please more black beans.
I know that
because I have the scoop in my hand, geese. Look.
Okay, well now I see it.
Well, you missed the scoop the first time. You think I'm just staring at you in the face and telling you hurry?
Yes, because you were just going like the faster movement.
That'd be so funny. All right, guys, you've been talking for 5 seconds. Wrap it up. Jeez.
Anyway, without the peer pressure of being there in person and telling them like, oh, can I have some more chicken, please? You know, they just really just don't put enough of the things in the bowls.
No, they never do. It's a bad scene.
I didn't get nearly enough chips with my chips and queso.
Oh, no. I mean, if I'm going to order a bowl from one of those places, that means I'm trying to be halfway healthy, so it's not the end of the world if there's not enough food in it. But if I'm getting a burrito, geese, get out of town. That will never work as a mobile order or whatever. I've got to be there and say, oh, I'm so sorry. Can I get extra black beans? Extra cheese, please. Extra sour cream. Yes, thank you. Extra corn.
You can, on Qdoba's website, if you order Qdoba through their website or app, you can specify that you want like more of an ingredient without it costing money, unless it's chicken.
Yeah, the meat for the protein, it's typically an extra charge, but all the sides, you're pretty good.
Yeah,
at those places.
And another food news: Aaron just made us not chicken gyro bowls. What are they, like Greek chicken
Gyro?
bowls, where it's just like Greek seasoned chicken and with rice and cucumbers and tomatoes and tzatziki.
Tzatziki? Clambos, write in looklistncast@gmail.com. Do you pronounce it Euro, Giro, Gyro, Gyro, Quiero? Which one do you say?
But yeah, it was yummy in my tummy. I love tzatziki.
I adore tzatziki. Oh my God, it's such a condiment. You know what I hate? Hate is a strong word. But you know what disappoints me? When I think I'm about to dip something into some unbelievable tzatziki and instead it's just tahini. Tahini is not as good as tzatziki, geese.
Wow, bold take.
It looks the same, but does it taste the same? No.
I agree with you.
Perfect. It's a consensus. Do not write in Look, Listen, Cast with any hot takes. They will be deleted. Geese, guess what video games I've been playing?
Fortnite.
Oh, God, I can't even believe it. I said this to Geese before, and I'll say it to you, Clambos. I would never have believed you if you asked me 2 weeks ago, or you told me I'd be playing Fortnite with the gamers. Never in a million years. Fortnite, the game the kids run around, play it all day in the playground. Fortnite. Geese, what happened? Is there a ghost with you?
No, Aaron just came in.
Hello, Aaron.
Are you leaving for work?
Soon.
Do you want to say hi to the Clambos? We're talking about Fortnite now.
Fortnite gamers.
Goku has a shotgun.
Goku.
Well said.
Thank you.
Goku. I've never heard somebody call Goku Goku. Goku.
Talk about it, Guyera.
I thought you were talking, but you were just waiting for Aaron to leave. That's what it looked like.
He's just doing something on his computer really quickly.
He's just playing around. He's goofing. He's playing. He's probably playing Fortnite. Quick Battle Royale. Victory Royale. Okay, look. Listen. Geese somehow convinced me to install Fortnite on my PlayStation 5 computer entertainment system. Now then, am I having a fun time? Yes. Is it mainly because Dragon Ball and playing with friends? Yes. But they still got me to spend $50, so joke's on me, I guess.
You spent $50?
Get ready to get all the Dragon Ball stuff.
That cost all $50?
Geese, it's so expensive. But like I told Kyle, it's not the end of the world because so far I've only spent less than the cost of a video game on it. Geese is shaking her head. No, big time.
Wait, Aaron, can I help you? Wait, what's up?
Secondary?
Is that what I said?
Yeah. Hello,
Secondary.
Guyera. There he
Hello,
is.
hey,
Hello,
hello, hey.
Guyera.
Hello.
Guyera spent $50 on Fortnite.
That'll happen to you. They'll get you.
The day I spend more than $60 is the day we uninstall it.
Well, now you're in it at that point. You have to.
Oh no.
You got to keep playing.
I almost have my Dragon Balls. I just got 2 more to go. We'll play, I don't know, tomorrow or today or something. I don't know.
Yes, for those who don't know, Fortnite has this Dragon Ball quest thing where if you complete certain quests, you can get a Shenron glider.
Shenron is the dragon that grants wishes when you collect all of the Dragon Balls. And we've been having fun. Also, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go PvP, Geese, and I don't like it, but once you get so high level in Pokemon Go, not only do you need experience points to level up, you also have to complete additional objectives. So right now I'm locked at level 43 or whatever, and I have 13 million XP out of 11 million XP, but I have to win 30 battles in every single ranked match they have, and I dislike it, but I have to do it.
That sounds awful.
That sounds
It's
like it would
work.
suck all the joy out of it, Guyera.
I mean, I'm still doing other stuff too. I mean,
Okay.
you can get, and right now it's Pokemon Go Championships. We'll talk more about it with and during Poke News of the Week. They just ended, but to celebrate, it's 3 times Stardust. So if I pop a lucky star, my lucky stars start. What the heck is it called? It's not called Lucky Star, but anyway, I can get like 6 times Stardust, which is good because I'm running out of Stardust. Geese, what video games have you been playing?
I'm just playing Fortnite.
No.
I played a match earlier today and I was so close to winning, but Darth Vader killed me.
Like always.
Like always. I'm also probably going to start Stardew Valley sometime with Aaron.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm ready to get micromanaged.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Star Piece is what it's called to get extra Stardust. Yeah, August is almost over, which means it's going to be September and October, and then November is going to come up. And Geese,
That is how time progresses.
Yes, that's the natural order of months.
Geese, okay. Maybe this conversation's happening a little too early in the timeline to bring it up, but it's certainly on my mind, so I got to get it off my chest. Geese, I'm going to have to play God of War Ragnarok so fast because it comes out 1 week before Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So it's going to be just, I got to go to the store the break street date, and I got to just play it every day, as many hours as possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the Platinum Trophy in time, but I'm certainly going to beat that game before Pokemon comes out because there's no other option, Geese. No other option.
I forgot that game was coming out.
Which one?
Ragnarok.
I think it should be good. I do not know if it will be as good as God of War 2018. I think reviewers will not necessarily be fair to it, especially considering it's not a new concept now. It's just a continuation of the first one. So we'll see what the Metacritic's going to land at. Is it going to be like an 8.5 maybe? We'll see.
That was supposed to be a silent exit, but okay, bye.
Bye, Aaron.
Have fun, Clambos.
Oh, I'll
Have
make
fun
it
at
silent.
work.
No. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Geese, have you watched any shows or movies?
Yeah, Aaron and I got into Ted Lasso.
Why? You can't keep that energy into the body. You can't just remain sad. Aaron leaves and Geese is just like, all right, this is me for the rest of the day. Just depressed.
No, I was just going to say, we're on the 2nd season now. And I don't think it's good as the first. And there's
That
like a
is
certain
accurate. The
plot
second season is
point
not as good.
that I don't love.
Do you want to dance around it and we can discuss it?
No, we don't have to talk about it.
Because I've seen all of Ted Lasso, so I can. Are you looking
No,
at
it's
Aaron?
okay.
Okay. Look
Can
like
you
you're
just
trying to get permission. Can I talk about it?
No, he's just waving goodbye. No, we don't have to talk about it. I just want to say that
No.
like Ted Lasso is a very good show. It's very heartwarming.
Yes. Especially
refreshing.
at the time it came out, there were no wholesome, positive shows like that. Plenty of good shows, but most of them had pretty dark and cynical undertones where there's so much wholesomeness and positivity at the heart of Ted Lasso. So I recommend it, especially the first season.
It is a good show.
Everybody agrees. There's a consensus.
I feel like Keely has big Geese Peep energy.
I prefer her in the first season.
Okay.
Geese and I are slowly nodding our heads.
It's really hot in here.
Oh, Geese.
I'm not going to turn the fan on for your sake. I'm just going to, I want everyone
for the clambos.
Well, yes. But I want everyone to know that I am sweating, and
Geese,
I did threaten Guyera that I would podcast in a bikini.
We can get you a silent fan. I'm near certain of it. It won't be that expensive.
They're expensive.
I can't. No, it's possible.
Okay, guys, if you know a silent fan that is under $200, tweet at prof_tickle TICKL_bits with the link to that fan, and I will look into it.
I don't even think that's his username. I think he changed it. So I think it's prof_ticklebits with no underscores. Or everybody go to looklistencast@gmail.com, link some Amazon links to a bucket, a bunch of ice, and some ice packs and water. And then she can just pour it all over herself.
Just podcast the bathtub full of ice.
You get a ladle. So you just keep bringing the ice water on top of your head as you go. No, I get it. I've tried to sit in a hot room. You just die. So I don't know what to tell you. There's silent fans. We can get it. Okay. Geese, you going to talk about Blade Runner or no?
I saw Blade Runner Final Cut with Aaron because they just did a response message.
Boring.
They just did a response message episode about it.
Oh yeah, let's get that.
Guyera!
No, it's fine. It just made me laugh because that's probably because I cut all those out, but that was the most pronounced I've ever heard in my life.
Because that was me thinking you know. Pretty movie. I don't think it makes. There's so much that happens off screen or that's implied or whatever. I don't know. If you want to hear the thoughts about it, listen to the response message episode. It's out. Guyera is holding up the original Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049.
And it's
Very
a 4K
nice.
Blu-ray. Very exciting.
Oh. I'm going to be on the Blade Runner 2049 episode of Response Message. So
when does that come out? So the clambos can mark their calendar. Well, we can easily figure it out. It should be 2 weeks from today.
The 29th. I think it comes out the 29th.
No, it should come out because they upload every other week. So they uploaded today.
It might be the 29th. Who's to say?
I'll tell you. They uploaded today. They uploaded today the 22nd, meaning Geese's episode will go live the 5th of next month, September.
Okay.
You can, what's the phrase, Geese? You can put that in the bank. Geese is giving me a phrase that's not a phrase. I mean, a face phrase. She's giving me a face that's not a phrase.
That's a phrase. I just don't know if that's the right one you want. Is it mark your calendars?
I'm looking for the phrase that means you can bet on that, and there's a high likelihood it's correct.
I don't know.
Sick. All right, and then in my shows and movies, Geese, I did finally manage to see E.T. It was very good. Elliot's mother is unbelievably attractive, and I didn't know. I was a kid last time I watched. And Geese, I brought Reese's Pieces into the theater and ate them while Elliot was eating Reese's Pieces, and E.T. was eating Reese's Pieces, so I was way more immersed into the film.
Immersion.
Big immersion. It's so funny how every week there's a movie I'm about to go see. I prefer it the other way around, but so tomorrow I'm going to go watch the Dragon Ball movie, which maybe you can also listen to Response Message and hear thoughts about that. Also, I'm not caught up on Dragon Ball Super, so I need to probably watch the Broly movie, according to Tom, first, so I should do that today. And, okay, so Geese, here's a story. Get ready. Strap
So
in, clambos.
listen up.
No.
Here's the story about.
Okay, so I decided months back I want to watch Cowboy Bebop, but in Japanese. So, Cowboy Bebop, the series, is available on streaming all over the place these days. It's wonderful. Japanese, great. I very much enjoyed it, finished the show, and then I said, man, I sure would like to watch the film Knockin' on Heaven's Door. I'm sorry, Geese, am I boring you?
No,
Geese with
I'm
the
sorry.
Geese with
I
the
just
biggest yawn I've ever seen.
Guyera,
Geese,
look.
where's the coffee? I'll even settle
I
for Red Bull.
stayed up last night until 5 a.m.
No!
I have insomnia. It's too hot to sleep.
Oh, poor Geese. She's dying.
I mean, did it help that Aaron and I watched Ted Lasso until 4 a.m.? No. But still, I have insomnia.
Yeah, it's Insomnia's fault, not Ted Lasso. Don't blame Jason Sudeikis. What was I going on about? Cowboy Bebop. Okay, clearly the rights for Cowboy Bebop are all over the place because you can't just find that in Japanese. It's near impossible. And I've looked forever and ever, and I'm not going to torrent it. And I look forever and ever, all sorts of different ways. Am I going to import a Japanese Blu-ray? What's going to happen here? Because I can't buy it anywhere physically. Then a couple days ago, I go to open a drawer, look for some fresh undies, and I accidentally open the incorrect drawer, and it's full of Taylor's movies. And what do I see there just staring at me? The Blu-ray copy of Knockin' on Heaven's Door with the Japanese track on it. Geese, I lost my mind. I watched 20 minutes of it, but then had to go do something else. So I will finish that movie, but the first 20 minutes in Japanese are good.
Do you use your PlayStation as a Blu-ray player?
That is correct, Geese. I do. Now, the problem with the PS5, this is actually very annoying. I hope at some point they fix it. It's a 4K Blu-ray player, but it doesn't do Dolby Vision HDR. It only does HDR10. And Dolby Vision HDR looks so much better. Dolby Vision, basically, it doesn't matter what your television settings are in terms of like brightness, contrast, lumens, whatever. It just looks incredible no matter what with Dolby Vision. And this is going to sound crazy to people, but I promise you on my television, my eyes aren't lying. If I stream something in Dolby Vision, it looks over the internet streaming, it looks better than putting a 4K Blu-ray into my PS5. Because HDR10 just is not as good as Dolby Vision HDR. So I hope they patch in Dolby Vision. It sounds like maybe they won't because you have to pay for that, but I think Xbox has it, which is sad. Maybe I have to buy another 4K Blu-ray player, which would be very silly. I'm upset. Okay, last thing, Geese. Oh, the Game of Thrones show. That just aired last night. It is good.
I cannot stand Matt Smith's face. I cannot take him seriously.
Geese, that's what all of the people on Twitter are saying. What's your problem with his face?
I see him and I just see Doctor Who.
Well, the Doctor, but yes. Geese is rolling her eyes so hard I can't hold her eyeballs off the screen.
I just can't.
So
Look,
he's typecasting. Listen.
Yes.
You can only see him as that character.
Yes. I liked Game of Thrones. I did not watch the last season.
That's fine.
I think my favorite aspect of that show were the costumes. They did great costumes. I follow the embroiderer of all the costumes.
Ooh.
Excellent work.
Slide
And
those
they
DMs.
they would put the outfits on mannequins and like beat it with chains to make the costumes look like worn in.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So I guess my question is, how are the costumes in this show?
Very pretty. It takes place. What's funny is that the intro, when you load it up on HBO, it says it takes place 200 years before Game of Thrones, but then, or the television series. But then when you start the episode, it says like 127 years before Game of Thrones. So who's to say? But it's a couple generations before episode 1 of Game of Thrones. But the costumes are great. I love the dress that the main character is in at the end of the episode. Very sick. Real question is now, though, because I can't for the life of me remember the order I ended up watching Game of Thrones, the TV series, versus reading. So this new show, I think it's called House of the Dragon, but it's based on the second half of a book called Fire and Blood, which George Railroad Martin published in 2018, that there's going to be another volume 2. Basically, the question is, do I now read the book before I watch the rest of the season? Who's to say? I don't know. Also, I talked a big game about, let me feel the feeling of reading a book physically, holding it in my hands and moving, bending the spine. But here's the thing. I bought a book, tried that, and then it's always nighttime when I want to read, but I don't want to turn on the big giant light. So I end up going I guess I'm not going to read anything. So it sounds like I'm going to buy it on ebook, kindle.cloud.reader.uk, and just read it on the Surface tablet because that'll be more convenient. Geese is doing a very good slow head nod because that is how I read Song of Ice and Fire. So I might as well read Fire and Blood that way as well.
I haven't read a book in like 8 years.
Yeah, we should read more.
I mean, I read so much for school, you know?
All right, Clambos, you know what time it is. We never decided. We have to have a decision. We have to, right now, on the record, not cutting this out. Geese, final decision. We can never change this in the future. Will the order be Reporter Geese Peep, Poke News of the Week, or Poke News of the Week, Reporter Geese Peep? Final answer. This has unbelievable repercussions. You must decide.
I'll go first.
What first?
Me. Weather.
Weather? All right. I hear there's some weather somewhere in the planet. Let's find out by sending it over to Reporter Geese Peep out on the field. I can't tell from the image if she has an umbrella or if she is in the sun.
Okay. Oh, shoot. My webcam fell off. Hold on. That's news reporting in the field, am I right? Okay.
All right. Now that we've talked to our intermediary, we'll send it from the intermediary to Reporter Geese Peep, the middle schooler, reporting on behalf of Wildcat News. Let's hear it. Do you hear us, Reporter Geese Peep? Hello.
Hi.
Are you there?
I hear. Hi.
Hello.
I hear you.
Can you hear us? In the studio. All right, let's hear the weather.
Hi, I'm Geese Peep, reporting live from Bordeaux, France, where it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit with precipitation of 1%.
Hi, I'm Geese Peep.
Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. Get it?
Got him.
Anyway, humidity is 65% with winds of 9 miles per hour.
Thank you, Reporter Geese Peep. And now it is time for Polka News of the Week.
I hope
Clambos,
Reporter Geese Peep gets over that cold.
As do I. Polka News of the Week, Clambos. It's the biggest time of the year. World Championships. They just ended. We got new champions in Pokemon Go, in the trading card game, in the video game. Geese, we got a new Pokemon revealed in a new trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And Geese, it's a little lizard who's also a bicycle. And Geese, do you have a theory about this little lizard?
I thought there were 2 lizards.
Cyclizer. Cyclizer. Wait, no, I pronounced it right and it made sense. Why is it now sounding weird? Cyclizer. Is that misspelled? Cyclizer. There was a new Pokemon announced. Have you not seen him?
So how many bicycle lizards are there at this point then?
Right. So we knew about Koraidon and Miraidon, which are the box legendaries. But now we have, it's just misspelled in here. Cyclizar. So Cyclizar was announced in a trailer at the end of the Pokemon World Championships. Have you not seen him, Geese? Look at his picture.
You didn't answer my question. How many lizard bicycles are there now?
Now we have 3.
Sick.
So
looks like a friend.
Do you have a theory about that, or do you want me to tell you?
Do I have a theory about the bicycle lizards?
Yes.
Do I think they rule the government? Yes. Is that the kind of lizard theories you want?
No, Geese. Look.
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly we have Pokemon Scarlet, more based in the past, Pokemon Violet, more based in the future. So you got Koraidon, he's like a dinosaur, ancient dinosaur. Miraidon, super futuristic LED eye display. And now we have Cyclizar, which is just normal present day lizard. Geese, is it all adding up? What's going on in this game now, perhaps? Are we going to see some perhaps dimensions, perhaps happening on alternate timelines, perhaps, maybe, who's to say? I know.
Who's
I
to
don't want to spoil all the
say?
leaks for the clambos, but all I'm saying is close your ears for 5 seconds. Paradox Pokemon. Am I right? Open your ears. Okay. And the big news is, Geese, that at the end of, just like every other big convention, at the end of the World Championships, they announce, because this championship took place in London. So they announced next year will take place in Yokohama. So Geese and Guyera are both going to be there, reporting live the weather of Yokohama. Come meet us there. Say hello. Everybody knows.
Please donate so we can go there.
Please go to onlygeese.cash or Anchor FM Look Listen. Go to looklistencast.com and support us so we can go to Yokohama and report on Pokemon Worlds for the podcast. And Geese, the final item of Poke News of the week is this giant mug.
That's so cute. You know what? I bet it would also be a really good planter.
Would you like to describe it for the clambos?
Yes, it's a very large mug of Snorlax's face, and his mouth is open. There's a little gap in his mouth.
It's absolutely unbelievably large. It was on sale. Rawk Party posted about it and said he wanted it, so I took the initiative and went to GameStop and bought it. I don't know how I'm going to use it because it looks like if you actually try to drink from it, you're going to spill all over yourself, so I probably need a straw.
Straw time.
It's over 50 ounces, so I don't know. Geese is probably right. The planner is maybe the best course of action here.
Very cute, though.
Cute.
Oh, wait, I have a story to tell.
Speaking of Snorlax, yes.
Me too. Aaron and I were in Target, and I was looking at their plushie section, and there is a very squishy Snorlax, and I was like,
I think
maybe
those were on
do I
sale,
get this?
Geese.
I know. Well, I was looking at it, and this kid comes up, and he's like, "Oh, Snorlax is my favorite. Is that the only one there?" And it was, and I was like, "It's all yours, kid." So that kid saved me some money.
I thought you were going to say that kid turned out to be Shigeru Miyamoto. Well, actually, that joke would make more sense if I said Satoshi Tajiri. Geese, do you know who Satoshi Tajiri is?
No.
He created Pokemon.
Okay.
Sick. Time for a restroom break.
Yeah. Please enjoy this ad. I don't know why whenever we start recording, my body just decides that I'm going to get cold symptoms.
No, Geese.
I don't know why.
You got the nervous colds.
I'm not nervous, though.
That's good. Nobody's ever nervous, Geese. Remember, not that it applies to this situation, but if you're ever in a situation where you might be nervous, you're not nervous. You're just excited. And that is my advice for all the clambos out there. Do you have some big presentation you got to present? Do you got to go on stage? You're not nervous. You're just excited. So go out there with that excitement and you can do it. Don't worry.
Guyera, life tip of the week.
Life tip of the week. Life tip of the week. Geese, how's about we start talking about some Pokemon?
Sounds good.
Geese, if I were to turn on, let's say I just finished watching episode 30 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, and I'm about to sit down and watch episode 31 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, but oh my goodness gracious, I looked away when it showed the title of the episode. What if I came to you, what would you tell me? I would explain that exact scenario to you, and what would you in response say to me?
I would say the title of this episode is The Island Whisperer, and in Japanese it's Lychee appears, laugh and cry, Island Queen.
I thought for sure you were going to say, time for you to get a watch. In Japanese, they pronounce it lychee.
Lychee. Okay.
Lychee.
Speaking of lychees, lychees, whatever.
Both are acceptable.
I had a lychee punch drink at Kung Fu Tea, and I did not like it.
I'm not crazy about lychees. Longtime clambos will recall we've had a lychee conversation before. And as I was listening back to it, hearing one of the pronunciations, I got real scared and then Googled it. And then I discovered, okay, different parts of the world pronounce it differently. Both are acceptable. It's fine.
Well, thank goodness.
No one looks like a fool today, except for me who's hungry. What am I going to eat today? I don't know.
Oh, I'm also really hungry.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Get those grapes.
I have them.
Episode 31, Geese. It's a poke problem with Mallow. And she asks, how do you get to Akala Island? What's the answer, Geese?
I mean, you can take a boat.
They took a boat. That's correct, Geese. And then I wrote to myself, what? There's no cold open in this episode? No, Geese. It's not that there's no cold open. It's just that the cold open is the exact same as the intro. So the intro that we've been seeing this whole time is lifted from episode 31. Fun tidbit of the day. I was waiting for reaction. You just stared vacantly and then nodded.
I'm eating
All
a
right.
grape.
Sick. All right. We're one sentence in, everybody. Okay. So Ash asks Rotom, what pokes are in Akala Island? I guess are they at school, Geese? I'm already lost. I'm 3 seconds in, I'm lost.
Yeah, they're at school.
Okay, so Tauros is upset about something, right? And he goes to attack Ash. Does he hit Ash?
So Tauros is upset because Kiawe and his Charmander landed and it frightened him, I think.
His Charmander.
Oh, it's what? Charizard? Which one is it?
It's so funny imagining Kiawe standing on a little baby Charmander.
Charizard, whatever.
Oh, okay. So Charizard landed too close to Tauros. Because I know Charizard grabbed Tauros's horns to stop him from mauling Ash. Come on. Yeah, he got spooked from Charizard landing. Of course. Now, Lychee shows up, or Olivia. You may have to correct me, Geese, because I may forget their name's Olivia in English.
Well, a Lycanroc comes from the sky.
Right, she has a very cool Lycanroc. Geese, I gotta run it past you first, but I just got a great idea. How about, and follow me here. Well, I'm definitely going to need your approval on this because it affects you as well as the Clambos. In episode 11, big changes, maybe. Can we institute a new system where we teach our audience to be bilingual? And by that, I mean we use names interchangeably, English and Japanese.
This just seems like a scheme for you to not remember the English names.
No.
I feel like that's confusing for the audience.
That's a possibility.
I say we use the English names because I'm assuming most of our audience are going to watch the free English episodes.
Fine. Oh, speaking of which, I think what I'm going to do, Geese, is I think I'm going to buy a Blu-ray set because I'm sick of this shady website. I think I'm going to buy a Blu-ray set that has the Japanese audio on it and watch it there. Pokemon approved. Okay, so Olivia, we all know her real name is Lychee, but Olivia shows up. She's the queen of Akala Island, Geese, according to, I guess, Kukui. He says that. And to her, she says it too.
She's the kahuna.
She is a kahuna. They don't use that word in Japanese, but it's clear that that's
They use it in the English. They call her the kahuna.
Clambos, listen. These 3 episodes may be the most different in terms of terms they use we've ever seen, because I caught some of Geese's English show, and they were using different words than Japanese. I mean, not clearly different. It's a different language, but I mean, like Pokemon terms. So Kiawe says hello to Lychee, Olivia. They know each other because Geese, of course, Kiawe got his rock crystal from her, right? When they battled, correct?
Yeah, and Kiawe lives on Akala Island.
That is correct. That's going to come up later. We cut to the classroom, and Kukui says we're going to have a big old class trip to Akala, and Olivia's in charge of it. And Geese now begins the constant struggle of this poor woman and her shoes. She trips constantly. Every episode, she's tripping over her shoe. Did they make a big deal of that in English, or do they explain why that's the case?
No, they don't. And for some reason, like, Mallow is really a fan of her and finds the tripping really cool. Like, the way she reacts in English, she's like, sick.
So that may be a more Japanese thing where it's trying to set her up as a very specific type of clumsy character that is appealing to a Japanese audience. It probably doesn't come across as well in English. Olivia shows up with all these little gifts for all the kids. She's got jewelry because she runs a what kind of shop, Geese? A jewelry shop?
In English, it's arts and crafts store.
Arts and crafts store. Okay. That's not what they use in Japanese, but we'll go with that. She's got necklaces. She's got earrings. Ash is still grateful for the present, the gift, even though he's not I don't think he wears too much jewelry. And Geese, she has a Rock Z crystal on her wrist with the Z ring. And she pets Pikachu. And then does she go to leave, but then she bumps into Principal Samson Oak?
Yes, but before that, when she's meeting Ash's Pokemon, when she meets Rowlet, she says in English, "Rowlet, you smell like a ray of sunshine."
I did write that down. I think she says that later when they're outside. So all the Pokemon outside or inside, who's to say, jump on Olivia because apparently there's something about Olivia. Pokemon just can't get enough of her. They're all cuddling up with her. And Rotom says every one of these Pokemon is so at ease.
She loves giving Pokemon kisses.
Little Pokemon kisses. There's a lot of kisses in these episodes. Little Poke kisses.
Yes, it's big episodes for me. I'm a big fan of kissing.
Yeah, big kiss episodes. Mark it down. Keep these ones in your rotation. Rotom says it's as if she is a Pokemon. Olivia says Rowlet smells like the sun. Exactly. Perfect. Geese, good to go. Good work. And the big deal, like, okay, the Pokemon are friendly, but Geese, the big deal is my boy and yours, Litten. Even Litten just walks straight up to Olivia and is down to clown because he doesn't do that for anybody, but he's immediately at ease with Olivia. So it goes to show how big of a deal it is that she makes Pokemon comfortable.
And she gives him a little kiss.
Very cute. Even Kiawe goes on about how much he remembers Turtonator loving Olivia during his island challenge. And I think Olivia says, "Oh, you've gotten so much stronger." And Turtonator's very happy. Oh, Geese. Oh my God. Oh, it hurts from how cute it is how Rockruff acts around Lycanroc. Just like playing with his little paws, and later on he's gonna be snuggling with him. Oh my God. He wants to be just like Lycanroc. And then Olivia grabs Rockruff for more poke kisses. And then our classic transitions, we see Komala up at the bell. Like every scene transition involving the school, you basically see Komala, the little koala Pokemon, hitting the bell. This time he hits the bell and just falls off the tower entirely into a bush. Kind of amusing. Then we cut back to Olivia. This is tough, Geese, because I have Lychee written down a lot. She's just crying over how adorable all the Pokemon are. She compliments the kids, gets some Turtonator kisses, and then Rotom films a speech she gives about Akala. Do you recall anything about this Akala speech, Geese? I know Tapu Lele's the guardian of Akala Island. I know we get that much.
Talks about Willa Volcano, and yeah, she talks about Tapu Lele and the healing scales.
Do you Clambos remember Tapu Lele from a few episodes ago? Was that the episode with the Wimpod where Ash saves the Wimpod, and then at the end of it he gets all scratched up, but Tapu Lele, on top of the Lele, she heals Ash with her little scales. All right, everybody, let's get on a boat. We're gonna go to Akala Island, and Olivia trips again, and everybody loves it. Geese, Sophocles has a backpack, and it's the cutest, most adorable backpack I've ever seen, and I want Sophocles' little backpack.
I missed it. What was it?
We get a little Magikarp pun from Samson Oak to, who is JP? Oh, in Japanese. I knew it was Magikarp because Magikarp's Japanese name is Koi King.
Wait. What's Sophocles' backpack? What does it look like?
I think it's just yellow and black. Looks real cute. I like it. Okay, Geese, can you explain this to me in English, what's happening here, where the kids are they're on the boat at this point. They're looking at social media posts for tourism of Kiawe eating pancakes?
I think, they're on like the tourist website, and there's a little information about Kiawe's family's farm, and there's some bad photos of Kiawe on the website, and they make fun of him for it.
Okay, so he's embarrassed at the photos. I got it. And here's where I already brought it up later, but it bears repeating, Geese. This is the point where Rockruff is all snuggled up with Lycanroc, and they're snoozing on the boat, getting their rays of sun. And then, Geese, the kid spots something in the water. It's a Dragonair. Oh my goodness, Geese, it's a lot of Dragonair, and they look beautiful. And then there's storm clouds approaching, and lightning. Do they say that the Dragonair are causing the lightning?
I think Kiawe or one of the kids asks that.
But they don't answer
the question. They don't answer it.
Olivia just stares blankly at them. And then we see Sharpedo and Tentacruel and Slowbro. Well, I guess technically a Slowpoke evolving into a Slowbro. And a Wingull and a Finneon and a Tentacool and a Luminion and a Love Disc. Oh, Lana, okay, Lana needs to calm down. She's the biggest jokester prankster in this entire series because Lana says, oh my goodness, look, it's a Lugia. And the kids go, a Lugia? Lugia is, of course, a legendary Pokemon from Generation 2. There's no way he'd just be sitting there in Alola hanging out. She's done this before. Didn't she say she caught a Kyogre, or they saw Kyogre in an early episode, which is another legendary Pokemon from Hoenn, Gen 3.
I think so.
And she's going to make a bunch of jokes later about Mega Gyarados. Lana, you're on thin ice with these jokes. Are they, wait, Geese, hold the phone. Are they fishing right now? Because I have here that Olivia compliments Lana. What does she compliment her about? Just her hair or her voice?
No, Lana's pointing out all of the Pokemon and naming them. And she was like, water type, you really know your stuff.
Right. Then she trips and falls in the water.
You know what Aaron said that, or maybe not Aaron. I think I was watching with Kyle, and he said something, and I think it's true, is that Olivia has big Miss Frizzle vibes.
I agree. Lychee / Miss Frizzle / Olivia. One and the same. And then Ash jumps into the water in full clothes. I don't know why he would get his shoes and his socks wet, but he does.
It's because Olivia falls in the water, and she's like, come on in, the water's fine.
Yeah, he should have put on his swimming trunks or something. We see a fun under the water. We see a funny looking off-model Corsola, which is fine because this show is real big on drawing things in very exaggerated, goofy ways for laughs. But I don't think this Corsola is supposed to look funny. He just has his face really stretched. I found it funny. Okay, so we see some pokes from earlier. All those water type Pokemon. Geese, do they hear a sound that they go to investigate, or do they already see the Wailmer in trouble?
They see like water splashing up on the rock.
Right. So we see some rocks out in the water, and there's a bunch of water splashing like it's a waterfall or something. So they say, let's go check it out. And it turns out there's a Wailmer, little ball whale Pokemon, stuck in there. He's got this pink glowing thing around him, and they're trying to help him out. They're trying to pull him out, but it's not working. And then they discovered it was a darn Bruxish that did this water psychic type. Ugly Pokemon. Everybody hates Bruxish, and he's up to no good. I don't know what Bruxish's problem is. Why he's bothering this poor little Wailmer, using his dang psychic attack with his teeth or his tail. He's got different psychic attacks, I guess.
Olivia says that she thinks that it's its territory, and that's why it's doing that to the Wailmer.
Oh, right. Didn't like the Wailmer showing up in its territory. Okay, well, just psychic attack him, toss him somewhere else. Don't kill the poor little whale. Rotom is explaining to the kids, oh yeah, Bruxish has psychic powers. It's doing this. And then Olivia tells Lycanroc, and see, this was my idea. As soon as I saw that this Wailmer was caught and they were trying to move him with their hands, I just thought, why don't you guys just use your Pokemon to break the rocks? Then he'll get out. Oh, poor Geese. She's so hot. Fanning herself off their hand. Geese, we can get you those little portable fans with the mist spray. Psh, psh, psh.
I was at Target with Aaron, and we bought a new box fan, and I saw one of the little handheld ones. I was like, Aaron, can we get one of those? And he said no.
Everybody tweet at him this instant. Geese must have a little fan with the sprayer. Hashtag, how dare you?
I have terrible news, Guyera.
What?
Aaron forgot his work laptop, so he's coming home to pick it up.
Why is that terrible news?
I don't know. It's terrible news for him because he's going to be late to work.
Oh, Aaron. Okay, back to whatever the heck we were talking about. Olivia tells Lycanroc, break those rocks. And Lycanroc does a very good job breaking rocks. And then the Bruxish goes to attack. And he uses, or she, looks like a she, uses a psychic teeth attack. And it hurts all the kids' ears. They're, for dear life, they're hanging on Geese on the dock of the ship, and they're holding their little ears. And then Bruxish's tail starts. Bruxish. Geese, you try to say Bruxish. Look me in the eyes and say Bruxish. You can't do it. See, she can't do it.
Bruxfish. That sounds like a place in the UK.
Bruxfish. It sounds like place in the Eastern Europe. Bruxfish. Bruxfish swims off, and everybody jumps in the water. And Ash and Lana and Poplio and Kiawe and Olivia, and they come up with a brilliant idea. Geese, not to toot my own horn, but I also thought this is what they should do. Poplio puts a bubble all around Whalmer and then brings Whalmer back to the surface. And everyone helps out, and Olivia tells Whalmer to trust them. And of course, as we've already established, every Pokemon loves Lychee. Darn it. Olivia. And then, okay, Geese, this came out of nowhere for me. Lily throws medicine to Olivia. Magic anti-psychic medicine. Do they explain that in English at all? Because I've played a lot of Pokemon. I've never heard of magic anti-psychic medicine.
Yeah, I was confused. Kyle and I were confused by this because I was like, why didn't they just use like a spray or something?
They just call it medicine and that's the end of it?
Yeah.
All right, sick. So she uses the magic anti-psychic medicine, which I've never heard of in the history of Pokemon. And Whalmer just swims off. Olivia has a leg cramp and falls. I guess they're back on the boat at this point. You don't want a leg cramp in the water. And Geese, they finally make it to Akala Island, and they arrive at the Pokemon Center, talk to Nurse Joy, and that's the end of the episode. It sounds like I wrapped it up real quick. Are there any details in there I missed?
Not really.
Well, there's a stinger, and Lychee is choking to death, but Joy pats her on the back. Nurse Joy pats her on the back once, and she's absolutely fine. Did you watch The Stinger's Geese?
I did. And guess what, Guyera?
We're going to use a good face from a stinger?
Well, yes, but that's not. Guess what?
Do I have to guess?
I was just waiting for you to say what. But anyway, good news.
Aaron did have his laptop the whole time.
No, I'm looking at his work laptop right here. But because he has to come get his laptop, he's going to come and bring me some Culvers.
Oh my God, that's so delicious. Are you going to get custard or Butterburgers or onion rings, or what are you going to get, Geese?
I'm just going to get the double butter burger and fries.
So tasty. Oh my God, now I want Colvos. Oh God, I'm going to be hungry and I have to watch Geese eat an incredible Butterburger and french fries. Their little side dipping sauces are good too, from what I recall. Decent size too. You know you're going to get a good sauce when it's in one of those, not little packets, but a whole little container. Typically better. Geese, let's power through. Give me the title of episode 32. Banjo
Treasure Hunt, Akala style, and in Japanese, Finding the Treasure, Mulan Searching.
Thank you, Geese. We open with a Poke problem with Ash. Question of the day is, which Pokemon will Ash try to capture today? Geese, what is the answer to that question?
A Alolan Geodude.
Geese, that is correct. Spoilers for everyone else. All right, it's the early morning, Clambos, and we are in Japanese Ohana Town. What is it in English, Geese? Geese?
I don't know.
Sick.
Sorry.
Haha, we can use Japanese names and there's nothing you can do about it. Sucker. Okay, in Japanese, Ash says, oh, C word. Not that C word, not the real bad C word, but the lesser bad C word. The C word that some people don't even think is a swear word, but when I was a kid, it was definitely a swear word. It's like a less strong version of the S word. Geese is so confused. You can't think of what it is?
I've already told you I've had like 4 hours of sleep. Okay, why don't you say it and then can you edit like a bleep over it when you say it?
Oh my God, the bleeps take so long. I'm going to get you to think of it. I'm sure the Clambos are yelling at their phones. It rhymes with frap. Geese, you can't still be confused.
Oh, that's not a bad word.
In my life, it was. Some people say it's not. So you're telling me a 5-year-old says that, the parent's not going to say, hey, that's the question.
Yeah.
Question of the day for Geese.
I guess.
All right. All the kids are checking out the Generation 5 pups. So that's Lily Pup, Herdier, and Stoutland. Today, Geese, we're going to have a big treasure hunt on Akala Island. We are on Akala Island, right? The kids are going to get on some Stoutlands, and there's going to be a big contest. We're going to look for fossils, evolution stones, food ingredients, and etc. And all the kids get to pick a Stoutland. Now, Geese, all the Stoutland are lined up. Stoutland, you recall from previous episodes, is the big pup Pokemon, big dog. And all the different Stoutlands have different colored, what do you call that? Like a collar that's connected to their saddle thing?
Harness?
A harness, that's a good word for it. So all the harnesses are different colors, and the kids get to pick out which one they want.
Wait, in the game, are Stoutlands used to find treasure like they are in this episode?
Yes, it was a Stoutland that can search out. Exactly from the games. Yeah, you get them at the ranch. Stoutlands do sniff out. Lifted right from the games. Legends Arceus and Ursaluna is the one that does that. My guess is for the rest of this series, they're probably going to incorporate all the different ride Pokemon into some sort of plot line they have written. So Ash decides he's going to get the dark blue Stoutland. Lana decides she's going to get the wild one that doesn't listen to anybody. And we get some, I don't know if they changed it into English, but the Foley in Japanese is unsettling, to say the least. All these little Stoutland kisses, these wet sound effects they use, I'm not crazy about.
Stoutland kisses.
That's correct, Geese. Stoutland kisses. And then Stoutland bites Ash's pants off, and we get a sad flashback. Very, very much tears everywhere. Ash picks that one. That's what I have written down. Did he pick the one that bit his pants off?
Yes. To clarify what Guyera said, Ash gets a sad flashback of the Stoutland that took care of Lynn. He doesn't get a flashback because the Stoutland took his pants off. Just want to clarify it. It's the way you said it.
Takes his pants off, immediate sad flashback to getting his pants taken off. All right. They hear the bell ring, and that means to come back. Oh, they're explaining the rules of the game. So all the kids pick their Stoutlands at this point, and they're saying, okay, go out there, find some treasure. You're going to hear a bell ring. That means to come back. And then another bell, that means something else happens. Geese, what happens if there's a second bell? I guess that's just the second search of the second outing expedition of the search, part 2. And then we get, in Japanese, a song that plays that's basically the full version of the song that plays when you're listening to the Poke Problems. So my guess is in English, it's just a stock song. The outro recap song is what's playing. That's what it is. So, like I said earlier, Lana picked the wild Stoutland. So when Lana gets on, Stoutland immediately throws her off, gets him tuckered out. Oh, is that what Lana's trying to do? Is like tire him out so he's less aggressive?
And I don't know.
Lily's outfit is very sick. Reminds me of Evangelion.
Horse girl outfit.
Big horse girl energy, as you clambos may recall. Lily is still, she's doing better, but she's still scared of Pokemon and touching new pokes. So she's kind of sneaking up to Stoutland, very Metal Gear Solid-like. And then she runs away, she gets scared, but Olivia encourages her. Then we cut to Ash, and he's in the woods with Stoutland, and they're looking for treasure. Stoutland knocks him off and digs up a shard. Rotom explains what the shards are. In the games, basically, you just sell the shards for money. Is that what Rotom says that they do in the anime too?
Rotom says that the shards are valuable to certain types of collectors.
Then he finds a blue shard next, then a green shard, and Ash keeps getting Stoutland kisses. It's very adorable. Ash is completely soaked in dog saliva. All right, so we cut to the other kids searching, and Lana's just eats berries. Stoutland's eating berries from a tree, and Mallow's collecting mushrooms with Steenie. Steenie's very much into these mushrooms, and Sophocles' Stoutland is very sleepy, just like Geese. Look, yawning. Sophocles uses his pocket Pika projector computer to see what treasures are in this little area he's in. What would you describe this, Geese, as? Like a cliffside area? Not a desert. There's just cliff
like a
faces.
Coastal rocky area.
Yeah. Ash is in the woods. Sophocles is in coastal rocky area with cliffs. Star Fragment Lure. Oh, so I guess he has a program that just tells him where all the star fragments are, which came from a meteor from up above. And they're very valuable, Geese. The first bell rings, and that means it's time for everyone to go back. is Geese. She just fall asleep.
I'm just stretching. Keep going.
Oh my God. She laid down to go to sleep. The bell rings. Everybody goes back to the little, maybe it is a ranch, because there's plenty of area to walk around and for Lily to practice getting on the Stoutland. She's at this little Stoutland ranch. Is she at Pineola Ranch or whatever it's called? Seems like Paneola. Seems like they would make a bigger deal out of that. Oh my God, Geese. Are you kidding me?
What's up?
This is taking place, like I said, Ohana. So that means in English, they must have at some point said Paneola. I've discovered the answer to the question, Clambos. This all takes place on Paneola Ranch, because that is where they have all the Stoutlands you can jump on and search for items. Okay, so everybody goes back to Paneola Ranch, and they're showing off what they found, and Olivia's going to tell them how many points they got based on what they collected. So Ash got 15 points for the little shards. Mallow got 20 points for her mushrooms, correct, Geese? Is that what she picked up?
Yes.
They show, who do they show? Is it Sophocles and Lana in a split screen? Is it those two characters? There's a very cool animation thing that happens here where, because neither of them found anything on this first outing with their Stoutlands, but Sophocles pushes the split screen image and pushes Lana out of the animation, and it's very neat. He may have 0 points now, Geese, but he says he is going to be fine, because once we get on that second outing, he's going to use that Pika Pocket projector, and he's going to get something good.
And Kiawe's in the lead because he found a fossil and it's worth 100 points.
He got the head of a Cranidos. My guess is in English they didn't use the word head, right? Because that's like a bit more gruesome or something.
They might have said skull.
Oh, all right. All right. Yeah, Cranidos is a fossil Pokemon that is worth 100 points. Lily is still trying to get on that Stoutland in the background. She's trying her hardest. And now we cut to the second round, and we see Ash and Rotom. Rotom's got an adorable little smile, Geese. And Rotom says, Ash, you have a 99% chance of losing, because he always already got 100 points. There's no way you could possibly ever beat him. And Stoutland finds a yellow shard. Great work, Ash. Lana Stoutland is now fallen asleep, and Poplio's sniffing out for treasure instead. Way to go, Poplio. Saving the day. And Geese, Poplio rounds the corner, and what Pokemon does Poplio encounter? Hey, it's Aaron for his work laptop.
Garbodor.
It's garbage day, because Garbodor is here, Geese, and it attacks. Geese, Garbodor has a terrible voice in Japanese, so I'm hoping in English it sounds much better.
He sounds like Garbodor.
Absolutely terrible in Japanese, which is too bad because most Japanese voices sound better. Poplio, use Bubble Beam! Oh no, Garbodor hits Poplio. All right, Clambos, we're back. You probably didn't even know we're gone, but Geese has her Culvers, and now we're back in the episode. We're refreshed. This is one of those big Poke moments where people are being earned trust. People are giving actions with their actions, trust that Pokemon have. So the Garbodor attacks. The Geese is so confused.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'll tell you. Garbodor attacks Poplio. Poplio's in big trouble, right? Bubble Beam. Garbodor hits the Poplio. Stoutland's sleeping at this point, but Lana says, I'm going to protect the both of you. So she stands in front of Stoutland and holds Poplio to protect him, and she's getting ready to take a big ol' attack from Garbodor, but Stoutland wakes up and realizes what she's doing. And Stoutland, who was this wild Stoutland, always knocking her off, just demolishes Garbodor. Did they say, like, the name of the move it's using in English, Geese?
Maybe?
Anyway.
Look. I write details of the show that I think are important. And I didn't think that was important. The face he just gave me.
Oh. Stoutland jumps into the air and does these dive bombs into Garbodor, and it's very sick. And with this, Lana earns his trust. We see Kiawe and Mallow and some quick cutaways, but nothing really happens in these 5-second little things. I think, does it end with them running back to the ranch? Does the bell ring at the end?
Yeah, so they cut to Sophocles looking, and Tokotamaru's playing with Statlin's mustache, which is cute. Ash finds...
Well,
and then we
Ash
get
finding
cut...
Alolan Geodude is at least an entire scene, but all the other kids, they just get this real quick cutaway.
Yeah.
As Geese mentioned before, Ash encounters an Alolan Geodude. Such is the case with every Alolan form Pokemon. Ash says, "Hey, what the heck? This isn't the Geodude I remember." And Rotom says,
"This is not my beautiful Geodude."
That is correct, Geese. This is not my beautiful. And then Rotom says, "That's an Alolan Geodude. It's electric type." We see some very good art as Rotom is explaining Alolan Geodude and how people, I guess, trip over it. And Ash says, "Pikachu, use Electro Ball." Oh my goodness, it's not that effective. Geodude's electric type. Although it wouldn't have been effective anyway. Ash using electric types on these rock and ground types, it's very silly.
Geodude thunder punches it, I think they say in the show.
Yeah, that's after Pikachu uses an Iron Tail, and Ash throws a Pokeball at Alolan Geodude. Ash, buddy, you really gotta just go to any store on any of your adventures and stock up on some Ultra Balls. These Pokeballs are not cutting it. Get some Ultra Balls, please. God. So Ash throws a Pokeball at Alolan Geodude, and that is when Geodude thunder punches the Pokeball right back into Ash's face. And then he runs off. And then what happens, Geese? What does Stoutland do to Ash?
Kisses him?
Yes. Geese's favorite thing. Gives him some Stoutland kisses to make him feel better on account of he got a Pokeball to the face. Then we cut to Lily, and she's remembering her hardest to remember touching a little tiny Snowball and Pikachu for the first time. Little Alolan Vulpix, because she's just trying to ride this darn Stoutland. We see that Lana's Stoutland brings her into a spooky cave. What's going to happen in this cave, Geese? We're going to find out later, you would imagine. Geese, it's time for the results of the second round. Everybody bring what you found in the treasure. Everybody get over here. The bell has rung. Ash, you got 5 points for your lousy shards. 20 points total. Ash is crying, as he should be because he's failed. Way to go, Ash. Mallow got... What did Mallow get, Geese?
A big old berry.
It's a big fruit. It's huge. That's worth 25 points, so she's got 95 points total, which is too bad for her because she thought maybe she could possibly win, but Kiawe's already got 100 points from his Cranidos fossil, so sorry, Mallow. Tough luck. Sophocles indeed did find the star fragment, and how many points is that worth, Geese?
150.
Oh, good work. And at this point, Lily finally does it. She gets on the Stoutland. Everybody congratulates her, and Kiawe's like, "Well, now you can ride Charizard." And Lily says, "No, thank you." Kiawe got another fossil, Geese. This time it's for an Arcan, correct, in English? Arcan? I just kind of used context clues that it was probably an Arcan fossil, which is a cool Pokemon.
My Culver smells so good.
Eat it, Geese.
While we record.
Delicious. You don't want it to get cold.
I'm going to get ketchup really quick. BRB.
Geese, I am past my ketchup phase. I'm all about ranch or perhaps some raisin sauce, maybe some barbecue sauce. Oh my God, that bag is making me hunky for anything. Oh, listen to that bag ASMR. Oh no, golly.
Definitely gonna eat the fries first. Damn,
Geese, they're gonna get cold. Hurry.
Don't stress me out, Guyera.
I'm not. Imagine someone saying I'm not. You're stressing me out. Nuh-uh.
I'm so tired.
It's okay. Get energy from the food. God, I love that this isn't even happening between episodes. This is like the 5th break in this episode. What an
episode.
Clambos, I'm sorry. God.
Our best one yet.
I'm going to cut it down to about 15 minutes. You'll get the gist. They didn't include ketchup packets in the bag?
No, we have ketchup at home, Guyera.
I'd lose it having to use home cold ketchup. Well, I don't even like ketchup anymore. It doesn't matter. Okay, Geese. Like I was saying, Kiawe's got a bunch of points now. He's got 300 altogether, 200 from the Arcan fossil. Lana, guess what she found in the cave? Let him know, Geese.
A Z-ring ore.
Oh my God, it's a whole Z-ring gemstone thing. covered in rock that needs to be, what do you call that, smithed, or needs to be worked on to actually turn it into a wearable Z-ring. But she found it. It's worth 500 points, and Lana wins the big game. So many
Yay.
congratulations. Everybody's so happy for her. Absolutely wonderful. That's the end of the episode. And for all you English watchers, listen up, because here's the Japanese exclusive stinger. Both Ash and Pikachu and Ash have like a hot spring, hot bath, and Ash has a very cute Generation 1 Pokemon shirt on. It's the image that kind of just represents a Pokemon, so it sort of looks like the substitute, and it sort of looks like the statues in front of the Pokemon League, just a generic Pokemon sprite. The stinger of episode 32 ends with Stoutland running up and licking Ash all over right after he got clean from a bath. Way to go, Stoutland. Comic amusement for everyone. When I was a child, I was always given a hard time about the speed at which I ate food. I was told there is going to be food tomorrow. I was told slow down and enjoy your food. But I enjoy my food more when I eat it fast.
It sounds like you're doing like performance poetry.
Hey, yep.
When I was a kid.
A podcast where they tell a story. Hi, welcome to my TED Talk. This is NPR. Give me episode 33 title, please.
Episode 33, Big Sky, Small Fry, or The Mighty Yuwashi, Totem of the Lake.
Poke a problem with Lana, Geese. Which Pokemon does she battle? What is the answer, Geese? Geese?
A big wishy-washy?
Well, it's 1,000 wishy-washies, but yes. Wishy-washy in school form. Geese, we open with Team Rocket fishing for the Lord of the Lake in Japanese, or Totem in English, evidently. We have an old man who's beside them, who is called the Fishing Guru, who told them all about it. James is going on about, oh yeah, I paid good money for the information we're getting from this lake here. In the video games, Geese, I guess it takes place after the anime. Just kidding, they're not, the canon is different, but you go to this area, Brooklet Lake or whatever, to battle Lana, and she has a wishy-washy to get her little Z crystal, what have you. However it works. It's been a long time since I played Geese. I don't know. Jessie casts her fishing rod into the ocean, and Geese, it is a very sick cast. It is very cool. It is very tight. It's very sick. And Meowth is very cute, reeling in little wishy-washy. Probably the cutest he's looked. He almost looks as cute as like a baby form of Meowth. Geese, have you ever seen the cut, scrapped Pokemon that was baby Meowth that was going to be in Generation 2? Let me pull it up. He's cute. He's a cutie. Baby Meowth pre-evolution. That stuff leaked. Oh, look at his little sweetheart. All these Pokemon leaked a few years ago from like early builds. I think it was Pokemon Gold. Do you see it, Geese? I'll post it too. I'll post it so you can actually see it. Not just put it in
I couldn't.
Okay. So here's the thing.
So cute.
He's a cutie. So here's the thing. Everybody was losing it. I was posting all these images. So a couple years ago, this build leaks and we see all these super cool Pokemon that were scrapped, right? Everybody's having a great time looking at what could have been the beta Wooper. I'm sure you've seen. Super cute, super adorable. But the problem was all this stuff that was leaked was obtained illegally. And they also got like a bunch of confidential emails and information they shouldn't have, like people's private information. So unfortunately, as cute as all these leaks were, it was wrapped up in some real shady stuff. So too bad. World's not perfect, so it stinks. But at least we got to see cute Pokemon like Beta Wooper. Very sick.
Pokemon crimes.
Poke crimes. There's a very adorable picture I shared in the Discord of this image with a bunch of grass type Pokemon, but they're little bandits in their little getaway van. And they called it the Bullet Seed Gang because grass type Pokemon can learn Bullet Seed. It's very cute.
Very cute.
Back to the episode.
Oh boy. This one is unhinged.
We got about 3 seconds into the episode before the tangent. It's good. Good stuff.
I'll start. Jessie's fishing and she has something big on her line. And
What
she
could it be?
reels it in. And what is it, Guyera?
It's darn beware, which is, I'll tell you, Geese, that's rare for this episode to get a beware taking Team Rocket away at the beginning of an episode and not the end of an episode. Very unique. And Beware grabs them all and then turns into a jet ski and flies across the water, then turns into a helicopter and jumps in the air. It's very involved. Beware is one heck of a Pokemon. He's the Koraidon and Miraidon of its day because it can turn into anything. Also, Geese, in Japanese, they make a joke about Wishy-Washy, but it only works because Wishy-Washy is the English name, and they call the Japanese version of Wishy-Washy wishy-washy. They describe it as the adjective wishy-washy. So it's a good joke that can't work in English unless they called it Japanese, which wouldn't work. It didn't work. All I'm trying to say is Japanese version's better. You should all watch that. Geese, we have an update.
Pokey update.
Do you clambos remember at the end of the baseball episode when I was discussing with Geese, what did Jessie say as she was taken away from Beware when she did not get the autograph? And she said in Japanese, "What even is this feeling?" At the time, I thought that referred to her feelings towards the baseball player, but no, it turns out that's just what they say in Japanese when Beware grabs them. Because in this episode, all of them say, "What even is this feeling?" as Beware runs off. Do they use some catchphrase in English, or is that just something they've completely ignored?
I think it's different every time.
So weird. I mean, I can see how it's not really translating well because it doesn't make any sense to me what that is trying to say. Okay, so Geese, can you answer me this? Beware takes Team Rocket away. Do we then see the Wishy-Washy start to form the school form, the big giant fish?
Yeah, there's a little transition where the Wishy-Washy are like kind of being a little frantic. And then we cut to the kids.
Okay, so it's just an interstitial. They're showing what the Wishy-Washy are capable of. For any Clambos unaware, Wishy-Washy is a very, very small Pokemon by itself. It's just a little fish that's always crying and scared. But when you get thousands of them together, they can form into the school form, which is an incredibly scary, enormous Pokemon, which isn't really a Pokemon, it's just a bunch of Wishy-Washy, but they all get together and form what looks like a big, giant, scary fish. But like Geese said, we cut back to the kids, and Geese, it is a free day. The kids can do whatever they want. And Geese, what does Lana say she's going to catch today?
A Mega Gyarados.
And Ash can't believe it because a number of reasons. Mega Gyarados would be very difficult to catch. Number two, Mega Evolution is something that happens in the middle of battle, so you wouldn't just see a Mega Gyarados swimming around. I believe Rotom says as much. Is that right?
Yes. He says that Mega Gyarados can't be caught in the wild.
Gyarados? This is where one of the strangest things I've ever seen in this show happens. Ash turns into a pile of salt or dust.
He gets Thanos snapped.
It's very interesting. They are going hard into the let's have fun with animation and just be little goofballs because he sits as a pile of dust for quite a while with Lana even speaking to this pile of dust before finally transforming back into Ash. So at this point, we kind of realize you can't take anything you see seriously in this series, in this season. You've got to just, what's real and what's fake, Geese? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Who's to say?
Exactly. Turns out Lana was just joking the whole time. Is that why Ash turned to salt? Because she was joking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We get some great faces. Ash says he doesn't have a fishing rod, but he wants to go fish with Lana. Ash turns to stone at some point. It's a great face. Lana always has spare fishing rods. This isn't the first time that Ash needed a fishing rod and Lana gave Ash a fishing rod. So this is a running theme in the show up there with Beware. Lana handing Ash a fishing rod.
She says that the family motto is to always have a spare fishing rod for friends.
I do not recall that line in Japanese, but it certainly seems to be the case. So good work, English. So we cut to the other kids. We see that Mallow wants to go over to Kiawe's. And her, Lily, and Sophocles are all about that ranch food. Every single one of them is just going on about, oh my God, we can get cheese and milk and ice cream. I think Kiawe's thinking to himself, you guys really just want to go to my house? That's what you want to do for your big day off?
They ask Ash and Lana if they want to come, but they're like, no, we're going to go fishing.
Which Ash, to be fair, Ash has already been to Kiawe's before, if you remember from an earlier episode. So to him, fishing with Lana is probably going to be more exciting. Anyway, we see Olivia. She falls off a Taurus and asks Lana, in Japanese, I don't know if they do this in English, asks Lana, oh, are you going to have a fishing date with Ash? Did they do
That's
that?
the same in English. Yeah.
Lana gets real embarrassed and says no. As far as like love interests Ash has had in the past, I think there was only one that was really went anywhere. That was in the X and Y series with, I think the girl's name is Serena in the anime. I think the anime was trying to make it clear they could have been a couple or something.
Is that the girl with the red hat?
Yeah, she's got a cute red hat and glasses, like sunglasses that sit on top of the hat.
Sick.
Geese, does Olivia show Lana her Z-ring, or does she show Lana the Z-ring that Lana found in the cave?
She shows her the Z-ring, or she's like, oh, I also came by to start working on this.
Right. It will be ready soon. So she's just
Yeah.
got to take it to the old, I don't know, maybe Tapu Lele's hanging out somewhere and Tapu Lele can help, or the
Ye
great
old
blacksmith.
Pokemon blacksmith.
Yes. That is a good card in the trading card game, Geese. It gets you fire energy, 2 fire energies, and you can attach to your Pokemon. All right. Geese, we go to Brooklet Lake, where we open the episode. We're here for the Lord of the Lake, a.k.a. the Totem. And the fishing guru says for 40 years, he hasn't been able to reel in the Lord of the Lake, a.k.a. Totem Wishy-Washy. And he says, you kids need permission to fish in this lake. But first, before you can fish in this lake, Geese, what Pokemon do they need to catch?
A Feebas.
That is correct, Geese. Feebas are very difficult to find, and they evolve into Melodic, which is a very good Pokemon. Let me do my Rotom Dex calculation. I'm 83% sure that I have mentioned Feebas on this podcast before, and how difficult he is to find and how difficult it is to evolve. Like, you could theoretically even if you found a Feebas in Generation 3 when it was introduced, you could still goof and not be able to evolve it because you had to get that beauty stat so high. If you fed it the wrong Poffins, I think you could accidentally never get its beauty stat high enough, and you just hit the other ones, and you couldn't feed it more Poffins to give it any more points. So there's a lot of lore tied up with Feebas. Of course, its idea is like the ugly duckling evolving into the beautiful swan kind of idea, because it's supposed to be one of the ugliest fish Pokemon evolving into one of the most beautiful, sleek Pokemon. And the fishing guru says it's been 50 years and he's only ever reeled in one Feebas. And in the amount of time it takes him to say that sentence, what happens, Geese?
We just see Lana come into frame holding a Feebas.
Lana is such a master fisherwoman that she already caught the Feebas. The fishing guru cannot believe it. It's been 60 years since he's seen anybody do anything. And he says, all right, you kids need a boat. So you can take this terrible boat if you trade him this Feebas. It's just like a little canoe kind of thing. Been 70 years since anybody's done anything. There's a big joke. He just keeps increasing the amount of time since anything's happened, and Rotom points out this fact. So while the fishing guru is lying about how many years he's been a fishing guru, he shows off scars on his body, but they start to fall off. I don't know what that means. Like, at first you would think, okay, so it's like a temporary tattoo, but do temporary tattoos move? I don't understand what it's...
I think it's just be like, yeah, it's like a sticker. It's just to show that like he's lying about his fishing past.
Right. And then, Geese, we see a tiny little Wishy-Washy splashing in a puddle, not in the lake, and he's got a little scratched up nose. And Lana sees this and takes care of him and bandages him up and throws him back into the lake. And Wishy-Washy says thank you.
It's very cute.
Geese, one of my favorite things in this show is humans helping Pokemon, Pokemon saying thank you, and Pokemon going away. It's always adorable. Every single
Very
time.
cute.
Very cute. We need a shirt that says very cute. Figure out a font that works that way. Okay, so now in Japanese, Geese, we get some very good, smooth jazz Sesame Street music. Ash reels in a Magikarp and it smacks him in the face and hops back in the water. I guess at this point they're on the boat, right? They're in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
Lana casts her rod and oh my goodness gracious, she catches the school form Wishy-Washy already. Does it jump out of the water into the air at this point?
I don't think at this point.
Well, that's what my notes say, so somebody's a liar. We got to figure out who. It's the Lord of the Lake.
Hey.
We get a good face from the guru, the fishing guru. Now he's up to 80 years, and Rotom says, oh no, it's an unidentified Pokemon. Fishing guru says this is the first time he's ever seen it. And Ash asks, didn't you battle it? Because that is what the fishing guru said earlier, because he's a big old pants on fire geese. But Lana's gonna battle it. We cut to Kiawe's ranch. We see some Tauros, we see some milk. They got some fresh cheese for Mallow. She does that cute anime face that does the little, what do you call that? What is that?
Ooh.
Ooh. It kind of is like an ooh face, isn't it? It's like the letter W. So Mallow's eating the fresh cheese. She loves it. Snowy loves, this is kind of gross to me, but basically, you know how Pokemon food is like kibble. So it's just like dry food, but Snowy really loves when you pour moo milk into her food to make it like cereal, I guess. Sophocles is asking for some more fresh ice cream. So we see the kids having fun at the ranch. We cut right back to Ash and Lana, and they're being pulled by the Wishy-Washy, and it's a very sick action scene, and Geese, the boat tips over, and now they're on to the land. There's like a little island in the middle of the lake, I guess. And Lana's still fishing, Ash falls in the water, and oh my god, Geese, Pikachu's still in the water. Oh, what's gonna happen? This is actually very scary.
It's like Jaws.
Pikachu's fighting for his life out here. You really think he's not gonna make it? And, okay, I get that Lana's busy, but I was a little concerned here. It seems like it takes way too long for Lana to tell Poplio to go save Pikachu. Like, what's Poplio doing? I guess he's paying attention to Lana and the Wishy-Washy, but I wish Poplio would have thought in his head, man, Pikachu sure is drowning out there. I better go save him. But luckily, eventually, Lana says, Poplio, go save Pikachu. What are you doing? So Poplio jumps in there.
I was going to say that Poplio distracts it using Bubble Beam and just gets so traumatized by the whole experience.
It is a very scary... I don't think we've made it clear enough how terrifying Wishy-Washy school form is. It's absolutely enormous, way bigger than any Pokemon I can think of that isn't some giant legendary or a Wailord or something. It's a huge form for a Pokemon. Poplio's terrified. The fishing guru is now saying in his 99 years of being a fishing guru, he's never seen anything like this. Lana tells Poplio, it's okay, Poplio. I understand how scared you are. I'll take care of it. And Rotom says, Lana, there is no possible way you could reel that in by yourself. And Poplio realizes this is true too. Lana's saying, no, I got it. Poplio jumps back in the water, even though he's very spooked. And Poplio bubble beams the eye, quote unquote, the eye of the Wishy-Washy school form. Again, it's all just millions of Wishy-Washys, but the thing that looks like an eye that is comprised of Wishy-Washys, he bubble beams that, and then the Lord of the Lake / Totem hops over the little island, and it looks real sick, and he starts chasing Poplio through the water, and we see some more bubble beams, more reeling, and then Geese, what Pokemon shows up out of nowhere? Oh my god.
I don't know the Pokemon's name, but it's a pink fish.
It's called Aloma-Lola.
Aloma-Loma.
Aloma-Loma.
I bet it's inspired by that fish, that Hawaiian fish that has a traditional long Hawaiian name.
Well, what's interesting is, so Alola-Mola was introduced in Generation 5. It's very clearly an evolution to Love Disc, but then they kind of retcon that by, and this is my favorite thing, I've mentioned this before, how much I love that Black and White, none of the Pokemon are related to older Pokemon. But like Bouffalant, everybody's like, this looks like an evolution to Tauros. And everybody's saying, Alola-Malola, this looks like an evolution to Love Disc, because Love Disc is another Pokemon that's just a heart fish. But no, they've made it so it's a separate species. It's fine. I like it. Did Geese send a message here? What does this say? Oh, the Humu Humu Kuna Pua Pua. Kuku Pua. That actually looks like a Bruxish more than a Alola-Malola. What was I going on about? Okay, so the Alola-Mola, Geese, what ability does the Alola-Malola... Golly! What ability does the Alola-Malola have? What can it do, Geese?
It's healing the Wishy-Washy.
Which is terrible, because Poplio's doing Bubble Beam over and over again to try and get this darn Wishy-Wash. And Geese, the Alola-Malola, it hits Poplio out of the way. And then goes to heal all the Wishy-Washy. But Ash says, oh, I've got it. I'm going to fish the Alomalola out of the water. So he throws his little lure down. It is a cute Whalmer lure. And he says, Pikachu, electro ball that Alomalola in the air. You know, I kind of feel bad for this Alomalola because he starts to cry and jumps out of the lake and into the ocean. And they do the sickest music in Japanese. Oh my God. It's just sick. It sounds like the coolest boss music you've ever heard. Geese, you listened to it, right?
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
It's the sick. Please watch this scene in Japanese. It's very sick. Actually, maybe I'll post the song somehow. It's very sick. And then Geese, what move does Poplio do on the Wishy-Washy?
Aqua Jet.
Oh my goodness gracious. Poplio learned a new move, and it's Aqua Jet, and it's super powerful. And Poplio does the cool anime, imagine the sickest anime battle you've ever seen. Poplio bursts through the giant Wishy-Washy totem, and like it's a big line across the screen, and the Wishy-Washy explodes, and there's Wishy-Washies everywhere.
It's
and
raining Wishy-Washy.
It's raining Wishy-Washy. The fishing guru is very impressed. They did it, Geese. And then, Geese, the baby little tiny Wishy-Washy with a little bandage on its nose, what happens with him?
Swims up and gives Lana a Z crystal.
It's a water type Z crystal. Very sick. And Lana says, nice fight. And everybody says, good work, Poplio, for learning Aqua Jet. Good work, everybody. We did it, Geese. We defeated Wishy-Washy. Very exciting, tense battle. And I know somebody's going to say they're sick of me saying this. And I've said it 3,000 times. But all I'm saying is, and I'm going to whisper this, so just listen real quick. In English, the music's terrible and sounds not nearly sick enough or dramatic enough. But in Japanese, it's very cool, and you're really invested, and it's good. Cut to night in the Pokemon Center, Geese. Oh my God, the Z-Ring bracelet is finally ready. Lana grabs that thing, throws it on her wrist, pops her brand new water Z crystal in there. She's good to go. Lana jokes that she caught or fought a Mega Gyarados. Nobody can believe her. Turns out she's joking, sticks out her little tongue.
What a prankster.
What a giant prankster. What a trickster. And Geese, the episode ends with a shot of what? I've never seen Geese's eyes get that big in my life.
We cut to the beach at night, and a Dragonair jumps out of the water. It's very cute. Very
I thought it was
cool.
a Wishy-Washy.
I thought it was a Dragonair.
It's one of those two things. Which one is it? You're going to have to watch yourself, but it's just a beautiful image.
To say?
It's in front of the moon, whatever it is. There's a tree. It looks like a nice postcard or something.
It's Lisa Frank-esque.
Yes, that is a very good way of describing it, Geese. We go to the Stinger, and it's Lana and Poplio. They're laying in their little bunk bed, and Mallow is above them. Lana screams awake, and Mallow says, what is wrong? Oh my God, I forgot to get a fish print of the Lord of the Lake. Which I can see how that wouldn't really work in English, because I don't think fish prints are as big of a deal in the United States, right, Geese? How much do you know about fish prints?
Not.
It's probably this episode that made the localizers decide, okay, we're not doing stingers for English. Sorry, everybody. Not going to happen. Doesn't work. Basically like a picture of the fish. I don't know if they take the fish, put ink on it, and then put it on a piece of paper or parchment.
That's exactly what they do.
Which would be
for
very...
the folks. Yes, it'd be very hard for the giant school form. So for those who don't know, there's this Japanese art practice where you take a fish, dip that fish in some ink, and then you slap that dipped fish on paper. So that's what they're referring to on this stinger.
Pardon me, Geese. I need to write down slap that dipped fish.
Slap that dipped fish.
Oh my God. Why does it sound like inappropriate?
Guyera, how hungry are you right now? Are you starving?
Well, my hunger goes in waves. So basically the way it works is if I'm hungry, it's not going to maintain that level in my stomach. My stomach will tell me, hey, you're hungry. And then maybe a little later, it'll give me a pang and go, hey, I'm hungry. And then if a little time passes by, it goes, oh, I guess we can't eat right now. Never mind. And then I just won't be hungry. I shouldn't say I won't be hungry. because if I went to go eat right now, I would still be able to eat everything and enjoy it. It's just my stomach is not sending me that signal, oh God, you need to eat, which that makes eating once a day very easy for me. I mentioned this recently, which is I recommend that way of eating. I think it's convenient and you can save money that way. But I think there are a lot of people out there who, if they went 24 hours without eating, their mood would drop. They'd get headaches. They'd have all these issues, which thankfully I don't experience. I don't know if that's something you can train your body. Look, clambos, I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me for health and diet advice. I'm the last person you'd want to.
He's not a doctor, but he is a scholar.
What?
A Pokemon scholar.
Oh, of course.
Guyera, what a
How-
time to be alive. And
how
what
have
a
you done
time we've
this?
had
Yeah, this episode
on
was
this
something.
journey.
Oh my God.
Yeah, wow, boy. We took a lot of twists and turns, ups and downs, goofs and gaffs, tricks and twists.
Twix and tricks.
Bruxfish. Bruxfish.
Breakfast and lunch.
Bruxfish. Okay, that's it. Social media. Look, listen, cast. All one word. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
And on
that's-
gmail.com at looklistencast@gmail.com.
Thank you, Keith Squared, for our artwork. You can follow him at twitch.tv/Keith Squared.
Our artwork is adorable, and Geese tried to screw me over by making me look like Sophocles, but I said, no, thank you. The initial
Look.
artwork, Geese looks so good, and I look so terrible. So instead, I gave Keith a different reference picture, and now I look sick.
It all worked out.
All worked out.
Thank you, RDFINE and Rawk Party and Divan, for your support on Anchor FM.
Hunky for Anchor.fm.
Hungry for those monies.
Please support us. Guys, look, prices
Listen.
are rising. Wages aren't getting any higher. Please, God, please, please. Jesus, anything, please. Shouts out to Professor Ticklebits for the website and the boilerplate. I got a great idea. Why don't you tell your friends to listen to the podcast? You know they love Pokemon. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Somebody says they don't like Pokemon, they've either never watched it or they're a liar. Hey, Geese, how's about we find out what the audience has to say today?
What a great idea. Let me read this question.
Please email at looklistencast@gmail.com, because if you don't, we will stop everything and you'll never hear from us again. We're going to delete all the episodes. We're going to delete our Discord profiles. We'll never see you in Twitch again. It's all on you.
No pressure.
Geese?
Okay, here's a question from Rawk Party. Hey, Geese and Guyera, I have 2 questions for you this time. First, what Pokemon will you choose for Pokemon Scarlet and or Violet? Second, I spent a full month restarting Sun so I could get a shiny Litten. Should I do the same for the Scarlet? Okay, thanks, bye.
The answer is, of course, Quaxley, my boy. I always pick the water type first, and that'll be on Pokemon Violet. For my Pokemon Scarlet run, who's to say? I'll look at the evolutions of Sprigatito, and I'll look at the evolutions for Fuecoco. And depending on which one I like more, I will pick that Pokemon for Scarlet and Violet. And Rawk Party, for your second question, no, please, God, don't do that. I understand that some people enjoy doing that, but I really, really don't recommend it, because you're missing out on so much time. In the early beginnings of the game, you could be experiencing this brand new world, having fun with people, catching other shinies. I really don't get the shiny hunting for a shiny starter. Just hatch with eggs later. It'll be way faster. Now, that being said, Geese, did I keep soft resetting my Pokemon Sun and Moon file for a female Poplio? Yes. But that only took, 30 minutes to an hour. It doesn't take... You know how long it takes to get a shiny starter, Geese?
I'm guessing a month.
It could be, yeah. Because it's a very low chance of happening. You're going to be there for just dozens of hours. The answer is no, Rawk Party. Please, God, don't do that. Please don't.
If I get the game, which I still don't know if I will,
She will.
I would choose...
Geese just said, I don't know what was wrong with the audio there. It couldn't, it's garbled. She said she's going to pick Sprigatito. The cute little grass type cat.
It's cute. Also, but the duck one looks cute too. Yeah, I want to see what they evolve into, and then I'll decide.
Quaxley. We should be getting that information soon enough, so you can check it out. You can look. All right. Thank you very much, Rock Party, for your question. On to RDFINE's question. RDFINE asks, what's the best snack to munch on while listening to a podcast? RDFINE. Geese? Geese?
Well, usually when I listen to a podcast, I'm also like playing a video game, so I don't want anything that's too messy. So I'd say something like pretzels, and then I can like dip the pretzels in peanut butter as a good snack. But I gotta make sure my fingies don't get peanut butter on them.
Okay, so RDFINE, to answer your question, most of the time I listen to podcasts, I am walking, so I'm not eating. But in the case where there's a podcast I watch the video of, my go-to, of course, would be either an entire pizza or a big Taco Bell spread. Is that a snack per se?
No.
No. But is that the thing I munch on while listening to a podcast and watching a podcast? 100%. So that is the answer to the tropical snacks question. Not very tropical. Sorry, RDFINE. All right, Geese, we have another question from RDFINE. Would you like to read that?
Yes. Okay. If you could choose any Pokemon as your buddy in the real world, bear in mind that real world size and physics and zoning laws apply, which would you choose? I choose Tyrunt. Tyrant?
Tyrunt. He's a baby dinosaur. T-Rex.
Tyrunt. Because I am a dinosaur enthusiast, it looks like a dinosaur, and space is not much of an issue where I live. However, I probably have to avoid dog parks and anywhere else it might think is a buffet. RDFINE.
I see. I guess RDFINE, you probably won't like this answer. I guess somebody like a Mew or maybe a Celebi. I'm really looking for somebody that can take care of itself and grant me unlimited wishes and happiness.
I would want one of the flying ride Pokemon so I could just fly around.
Oh, like a Corviknight or a Charizard or something?
Yeah, whatever the cutest flying ride Pokemon is.
Cutest.
What's that one with like the wings that look like clouds?
I was about to say Altaria would be very cute. I don't know. Is Altaria strong enough to... Well, in the games, anybody that could learn fly in the early games, you could just ride on those guys, even a little Spearow. But Altaria is very beautiful, yeah. Altaria is a good choice.
What about that dragon one that looks like a bug?
Oh, are you talking about Flygon?
Sure. Hold on, let me just... Flying ride Pokemon.
Yeah, type in Flygon. Flygon's my boy. He evolves from Vibrava and Trapinch. But Flygon was in my first attempting to be competitive trading card game deck when I got back into the trading card game. So it was Donphans and Flygon. Eventually I dropped the Flygon because it was a better deck with just the Donphans. But I love my Flygon. He's one of my favorite Pokemon of Gen 3. So I'm a fan.
Oh, but Dragonair can also fly.
I don't think that's... Maybe it flies around like... All I'm trying to say is I don't think Dragonair can learn the move Fly. And I don't think it's strong enough for a human to sit on it.
But also I do really love Mudsdale.
The flying horse Mudsdale.
But I probably do like...
Altaria. Altaria evolves from Swablu. Swablu is cute because it loves sitting on people's heads like a little hat. Very adorable. Good Pokemon. And for our final question of the day, it comes from Rawk Party. I believe this is a correctioner or response from last week's Something About Baseball. Okay, now Geese, for your benefit, what I'm going to do is take that and actually put it at the end as like a bonus if you want to listen to that. So it'll be after all the goodbyes and everything, and after the boilerplate. I'll just stick it in as like a secret track on an album.
I'm trying to think of what we said in the last episode that prompted this thorough retelling of the history of the home base. Do you remember what we were talking about?
At some point, we were discussing the fact that this Pokebaseball only had 3 bases instead of 4. And then I think Aaron was talking about home plate or something. There must have been some question regarding home plate. And that is why, Clambos, we will read Rawk Party's response at the end of the episode if you want. So stick to the end for the bonus track if you want to hear it.
For a very concise and thorough history of home base. Well written, too.
Good work, Rawk Party. Geese is going to take a nap. I'm going to use the facilities. I'm going to eat some food. Thank you, Clambos, for listening to this episode of Look Listen with Geese and Guyera while we talk about Pokemon and other things as well. This was something. I'll edit it. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right. Good work, everyone. And then next week, I'll have watched the Dragon Ball movie, and I can tell you about that maybe. Who knows? Okay, thank you. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, Lord. Goodbye.
Bye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Pete.
Thank you for listening to the Geese Pete Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.
I'll go and read this from Rawk Party. I believe he's describing baseball rules. To begin with, prior to 1899, the rules regarding home plate were extremely loose. Any object round in nature could serve as home base. During this time, when shape was what mattered most, the circular object used could be made of marble, stone, glass, or any other materials. At times, even a dish served as a home base, which some think may have led to the alternate name home plate. In 1899/1900, the rule regarding home plate shape changed, requiring the base to be square in shape as opposed to circular, so it matched the rest of the bases. The 12x12 square, later became a 16x16 square, was positioned so one corner pointed toward the pitcher and the opposite corner pointed toward the catcher. As a result, the inner and outer edge of the strike zone were determined by the other two corners of the base. In addition, this now square base was made out of stone or marble, with edges occasionally sharp enough to slice skin. Not surprisingly, sliding into home plate didn't become popular until after rubber was adopted as the standard material for home base. If all this wasn't bad enough, it wasn't that many years before this that catchers did not wear any sort of glove when receiving pitches. This brings us to the irregular pentagon shape of home plate that we know and love today. This was developed by Robert Keating and introduced as a viable option for the 1900-1901 baseball season. The rear corners, which extend to a point, are made to be perpendicular to the first and third baselines. The biggest advantage of the new shape was that it made the edges of the strike zone more visible to pitchers and umpires, and therefore improved the consistency of calling strikes. Beyond the shape, although rubber had been occasionally used prior to this, the new design specifically required home plate to be made of rubber. Keating's reasons for picking rubber here were that the springy nature of its rubber base would give base runners a bounce to their step when they took off for first base. It would not harshly vibrate the batter's hands when he struck the base with the end of his bat, and it would prevent severe injuries from occurring when base runners slid into home. So in the end, home base is primarily shaped differently from the other bases because its purpose is different. Whereas other bases are used primarily for base runners, home plate has an added use in being essential in determining the strike zone.